Hi everyone, and welcome to the second episode of The Green Room with Dan Green. This week I'm joined by Panthers' new star forward, Jeff Brown. So we'll be talking a little bit in a second, everything from hockey to hobbies in the summer, some of his ex-teammates, and we'll just have a little bit of fun with that. I hope you all enjoyed the game against Bray Head at the weekend. Obviously we don't have a home game now for a few weeks, so we'll see you guys down in Coventry hopefully, and then maybe a few of you in Amiens. So first of all, welcome, Jeff. Obviously, we've had a couple of weeks of training camp. I just wanted to get your first impressions on the team, the city, the new guys.
First of all, I'd just like to say it's an absolute treat to be in the green room with Mr. Green over here, Dan Vegas, as we've been calling him ever since he got the new mask. It's been an absolute pleasure so far. I mean, absolutely beautiful city. Fans are great. The team is really coming together, and it's been going really well.
Cool. Obviously, not the right result for us on Saturday against Bray Head, but what did you make of this sort of, the standard of the game and the speed and, the crowd? Anything stick out to you?
Yeah, a lot of experienced players, a lot of guys who have been, you can tell they've been playing pro a long time, making some good plays. I don't think the speed was up to what it's going to be during the regular season, but as far as how we played, I thought we controlled the puck more than them, and we just got to finish our chances a little more, but not too worried about it.
Cool. Obviously, we're in Coventry tomorrow night. You haven't been there yet, but it's a nice place. Really sort of good atmosphere. Crowd gets on top of you. We've got quite a good rivalry with them over the years, so it should be a good game. A little bit smaller ice, which might help the North American style. But do you know any guys that have played in Coventry, or they're in this year, or you heard anything about the place at all?
I don't know too much about Coventry, no. Other than the fact that Larry was there last year for a little bit, but I heard it's a smaller ice, so it's going to be a little bit more physical, which hopefully will help my game a little bit. And just looking forward to seeing all these new rinks and getting used to it a little bit, and hopefully getting a win too. Cool.
Well, speaking of Larry, the infamous Larry, obviously for the fans out there that don't know, Jeff and Larry, Chris Lawrence, and Matt Carter have obviously been friends. How long for? A long time.
Yeah, for a really long time. I'd say over 15 years.
Okay, have you got any? Obviously, you don't want to share too many stories about them, but anything come up about them from the young ages? Anything funny?
I'm a little bit younger than them, 3 years younger. So, just growing up with those two guys. I only have a younger brother, so those two guys are pretty much like my older brothers. And they were sneaking me into the pub a little bit earlier than I should have been in. So they took me under their wing, and also just on the ice, like it's nice to have two, guys who are such good hockey players to kind of look up to. I used to go watch both their games, and now it's just an amazing feeling being able to be, on the same team and share the ice with those two.
And obviously, I'm guessing they, maybe Larry in particular, had quite a lot with you ending up signing here. Did Chris kind of push you to come here, or did Matt, or was it just kind of did it all come together?
Yeah, I mean, I was. Talking to Larry last year when I was with Brampton and telling him that I was interested in coming to Nottingham. So he spoke to Corey, and then Corey just said, yeah, I'd just like to do a little research, and then obviously had a good endorsement from David Ling and from Mike Ellis. So those two names that Corey obviously respected. So it ended up working out, but I think Larry was able to attest to me as a teammate a little bit more, just because he knows me so well for such a long time. And so I think that definitely helped out the process there.
Awesome. Well, I thought we'd just have a quick little bit of fun, just a few questions about Larry and Cart. So what I'm going to do is just say a statement, and you can just kind of pick which one of them you would have in the situation. So first I'm going to say is worst dress sense. You can also include yourself, so we'll do it for the three of you. So if you think you're in one of them, you can be in one.
I can't say worst gear, I can't say Cards because he'll get really upset, so I'm gonna have to go with Larry. I'm sorry, Larry, you still have good style.
Yeah, he does have good style. How about best cook?
Best cook would for sure be Larry. He makes a mean steak. So, but Cartsy and I are pretty good in the kitchen too, so I think I'll be going over to their flat, and we'll be making some good meals this year.
Okay. How about if you were in real trouble and you needed one of them straight away for some help? Who would be the top of your call list out of those two?
Well, I think Cartsy and I, we're family friends as well.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like second cousin to me, so I think I'd probably call Carts first because he's calmer in situations, and he'd be able to get me out of trouble. Maybe talk our way out. But if I needed to, some physical assistance, I think Big Larry just sheer size and strength would just scare our opponents away, so we wouldn't have to actually fight. So I think, yeah, they're both pretty good for that type of thing.
Okay, and last one, the three of you, all-around athlete. So any sport, all sports combined, not just hockey, any bar sports, any, North American things growing up, all-around athlete.
All of us are pretty good. I mean, I think I'm just my own tire to say that, we all played sports, but high school I enjoyed everything. I was on the volleyball team, ran cross country, obviously hockey as well, and in the summer I really enjoy wakeboarding. I'm not sure there's too many wakeboarders in Britain, but so I mean, I'll give myself that one.
Nice, okay, Brownie gets that one. Cool. Okay, and we're just going to go on now to talk about a little bit about your brother, who's just been visiting, I believe, with your mum. He's in the Toronto Maple Leaf system at the moment, which is obviously really cool. We met him a couple of times in the gym and around at our games. So just tell us a little bit about his kind of path and where he's at and what he's hoping to do this year.
Yeah, Connor has had an amazing run for the last couple of years and the start of his pro career, and it was a real treat having him here, and he really enjoyed himself. Got to take him around the city, got to introduce him to the team, so he really, really enjoyed that. He's been raving about it and sending me texts now that he just went back home. But where he's been at now, last year obviously making it to the NHL, it was a big moment for our family. Brought tears to my eyes seeing him in that first game. Happened to be on St. Paddy's Day, so that was pretty cool. Our family's Irish.
So you don't remember it?
Yes, I remember his bits and pieces, but no, yeah, I mean, it's huge for him, and the one thing about Connor that maybe not a lot of people know is just how hard he works.
Yeah, I saw him in the gym. He's obviously on holiday here at the moment, but he was in the gym 2 or 3 times
with the boys, and he's definitely the hardest working guy when we have skates in the summer. So, I mean, I wish him a lot of luck, but they say that the harder you work, the luckier you get. So, I think he's not going to need too much luck this year. So I'm hoping he cracks that squad. And if not, and he has to go back to the Marlies. He's a pro, and he'll just continue to lead that team. And I'm hoping, and I'm thinking that he's going to make the jump to the big club this year, and I think he'll do really well.
That's awesome. Obviously, there's a lot of Maple Leaf fans throughout, the country, and I'm sure there's a lot of Panthers fans that follow the Leafs. So cool. So obviously, best of luck to Connor, and hopefully we can see him throughout the season. I might pick him in my fantasy team, maybe, if he makes the big team. So there's a bit of a push for you. So the last thing I was going to talk to you about, are you a Leafs fan?
I'm usually
obviously growing up in Toronto. So how you think it's been going lately? The last couple of years, obviously a bit of a downer, but maybe on the way back up.
I think it's on the way back up. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be able to skate with a few of the prospects this year, and they're looking unbelievable. They have some young talent in there, and definitely from a fan's perspective, I'm thinking that the Leafs are on their way up. I don't think it's going to happen as
quickly as people think.
Yeah, as quickly as it might think. I think it's going to be a bit of a process, but with a lot of the new guys they have coming in, Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, and then also my brother, they have so much skill and speed, so I definitely think it's going to be a new era with the Leafs, and getting away from the physical kind of rough and tough Brian Burke Leafs, and getting into a little bit more of the new style of hockey, which is speed and strength and skill. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the future with that.
Okay, well, I'm just going to ask you three percentage questions to the Leafs, so you can choose your position. We can call it greenest percentages if you want.
All right, yeah.
So first one I'm going to say is Austin Matthews to score at least 70 points next year.
I'd say I'll go with 60%.
60%, okay, good. That's common. Yeah, I would agree with that. Second one is the Leafs to make the playoffs.
I'm going to go with 20%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I think they got a good shot at making the playoffs next year. You don't think so?
That's just my personal.
Okay.
That's more of a wish.
Yeah, they do, but you think they might.
Well, but you don't want it to get really close and not make it, and then you got a bad pick.
Okay, and last one: the Toronto Maple Leafs to win the cup in the next 5 years.
2020, I'm calling it. Please win it.
2020. Okay, you heard it here first. 2020 from Jeff Brown. So I'd like to say thank you, obviously, to Jeff for joining me in the green room. This has been Dan Green in the green room. Hopefully see you next week. If you're going to Coventry, enjoy the game and have a safe trip to Amiens if you're going. See you soon.
We all want to be as free as the birds. But maybe the birds want to be as free as us. The all-new Fiat 124 Spider. More fun than flying. 'Cause I'm free.